Welcome to Arkaya Radio, talks on full-spectrum decolonized yoga and tantra, as well as the allied Indian arts and sciences, indigenous wisdom, healing, and the path of personal and spiritual evolution. Arkaya Foundation is a not-for-profit school founded and led by Yogācārinī Maitreyi, who is a life guide on the path. Born and raised in the yogic culture of South India, she now resides in Vancouver, Canada, and leads programs online and in person for students worldwide. Join us for the online community satsang every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific, or learn more about Arkaya's on-demand courses and our online 500-hour embodied expansion certification, where you can become a holistic coach, healer, trainer, and leader. Learn more at arkaya.net.
I've been trying to study yoga with a trauma lens to deal with all the traumatic stuff that's coming up in my body. And I started actually with Kundalini, which I realize now was probably the worst thing I could have done for myself. But the way it was being marketed was, if you want to break through your blocks, you can do this very vigorous, very hard chanting program. And I signed up for it and paid a lot of money. And that really broke my nervous system. It just, because I was already in burnout and I didn't know. And so further from the Kundalini experience, there's trauma-informed yoga, which is yet another. So I started looking into trauma-informed, but it still had so much movement. And by then, I broke to the point where I could barely get off the mat. Like I couldn't create distance from the mat. And I was having such a hard time getting into asana. I was so disconnected. I was having dissociation and all kinds of symptoms. And it was only this last week when I went back to the idea of Jathi, which nobody talks about Jathi. It doesn't come up in any yoga classes. I haven't heard of it in probably 20 years. And in all of my trauma studies, no one talks about it. So the fact that I'm now allowed, I will use that word, allowed to be on the mat, connected with the mat, with my eyes closed, connected to my breath, it's a revelation, I have to say. I wish I had found this and you years ago. And maybe I wouldn't have done so much damage to myself, but I'm happy to be here and I'm happy to know that this program exists.
Thanks for listening to Arkaya Radio with Yogācārinī Maitreyi and friends. Don't forget to join us live online from anywhere in the world for the Arkaya Community Satsang every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific. Connect with us and learn more about our on-demand courses and the live online embodied expansion certification. Visit arkaya.net or find Arkaya Foundation on Instagram and Facebook.